Hi mariners, this is an introduction for personal survival technique course and proficiency in survival craft and rescue boat course, meant for the freshers and also the seniors, those who are sailing with PST certificate, doing PSCRB, and the freshers, those who are doing PST course first time. It is meant for all of you. Very important course. Okay. There are many courses. Only this course, personal survival technique, is called technique. So every mariner should know the technique to survive. So personal survival technique, okay, will come once you happen to abandon the ship after the master's verbal order. When you are in the survival craft, what are the techniques you will have to follow? All right. So for your information, 4 years before, when I started this Mariner's Digest YouTube, my very first video was this most important topic of personal survival technique. So around the globe, the mariners have viewed, I've recorded 29,000 views from the global mariners. So if you have not watched it, watch it. It is worth watching. Okay. PST, my first YouTube video in Mariner's Digest. Right. So when the master decides the ship is no longer safe for the people to stay, then he will announce verbally in the public address system, abandon ship. Okay. So what are you supposed to know? Before his announcement, you will come to know that you are going to leave the ship. The condition of the ship, everyone will come to know. Maybe the vessel is going to sink, maybe there is a huge fire where you will have to abandon, or maybe some gas leak, whatever case, you will come to know prayer, the announcement of the master. So now, obviously, everybody on board the ship will be in panic. You are going to leave the comfort of the ship and leave it, go to a survival craft, right? So when you are on board a ship before abandoning ship, the general emergency alarm signal, 7 short blast and 1 long blast, is raised. Not only in the electrical bell, it is also raised on the ship horn. The reason for raising the emergency general alarm in the ship's horn whistle is, if there are some nearby ships, if they hear this general emergency alarm signal, they will slow down, they will offer for help. That is the reason it is sounded in whistle also. It is not only alerting the people on board, it is an announcement for the outside the vessel, for the nearby ships also. Same thing happens when man overboard. 3 long blast is raised on the ship's whistle, so that nearby ships also will come to know. They will look for if anybody in the water, man overboard. Okay. So survival technique, You heard the 7 shot blast and a prolonged blast. Wherever you are, in the cabin, in the work area, wherever you are, you will go, if time permits, to go to your cabin. You will pick up your life jacket, you will pick up your immersion suit. Okay, you drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of water. The reason being, the first day in survival craft, lifeboat or life raft, these are the two called survival craft. Okay, when we say survival craft, it's only lifeboat and life raft, not rescue boat. Rescue boat is not included in survival craft. Okay, so you are going to leave, drink plenty of water. In the survival craft, first 24 hours they will not provide you water. That is the reason you drink plenty of water. Okay, then do your emergency duty, go to the muster station and wait for the instruction from the in charge. Some deck officer, third officer, second officer, chief officer with the walkie-talkie will be standing in front of the mustered people. He will have the head count, he will inform master. So in that time, so master and this in charge will be coordinating the operation. So you are going to abandon the ship, you need outside help. Once you are going to go inside the survival craft, somebody will have to come and rescue you. So you need outside help. Whom you are going to inform? Everybody should know. It is a PST syllabus, a topic everyone, whether you are working in galley, whether you are working in engine room or deck, your crew, officer, everybody should know that you will have to inform a Maritime Rescue Coordination Center, MRCC, by the primary alerting system on board. The proven system is a satellite equipment called Inmarsat-C. Generally they call SAT-C. So the people connected with the bridge, all the deck officers and the helmsmen, they all know there is a GMDSS console. In the GMDSS console there is a Inmarsat-C also fitted. It's a proven equipment. For many years we have been using that. Okay, in the Inmarsat equipment there is a distress button in red color and it is printed there on top. Press for 5 seconds. 5 seconds only. Okay. So why? You are a cook, you are a motorman, why you should know this? You are not going to go to the bridge and press that button for 5 seconds. Why you should know is, the master also a human being. When real abandoned ship situation comes, this procedure will slip from his mind. He will not do this, or he will not tell the people, those who are around in the navigation bridge, to press the button, because too many things are running on his mind. So when you are staying in the muster station, inform the in charge, whoever is standing, the deck officer, request him to remind master. Okay, confirm with master whether he pressed the distress button for 5 seconds or not. So this officer will remind master. Then if the master has not already done that, he will inform the other officer, whoever is around him, or he will himself go and press it for 5 seconds. Also, he can send a distress message. He can ask the fellow officer to send a distress message. All the deck officers, third officer, second officer, chief officer, master inclusive, they all are holding GMDSS certificate, Global Maritime Distress and Safety Certificate. They know how to make a Inmarsat C message. It's very simple. Within few seconds they will make it. It's a typing. It's a telex message. There is no voice provision in this equipment. Only telex. Okay. So what is the distress message consist of? The word Mayday. You will type the word Mayday. M-A-Y-D-A-Y together. Mayday is the distress signal. In the next line you will type the name of the vessel. Okay. For example, motor vessel MV Jalaganga with a call sign ATBT. The next line is going to type the latitude, longitude. Okay. The next line you will type require immediate assistance, or before that you will type whatever the distress situation is, sinking, fire, collided, whatever. So the nature of distress you will type, then you will say require immediate assistance you will type. It's all abbreviated, REQIMMD ASST, that is all abbreviated. Then you will have to inform how many people on board, 23 persons on board, POB, that is all. So these four states, Mayday, ME Jalaganga ATBT, lat long, sinking, 2-3 POB, require immediate assistance. So these steps you will type, will take less than 20-30 seconds, then press the button, it will go to a nearest MRCC. Okay. When you press the distress button for 5 seconds also is going to the nearest MRCC, followed by this distress message. So both these you are not going to do. From the navigational bridge somebody is going to do, but you are supposed to know this procedure so that you can inform the in charge. Please remind master to press the distress button in Inmarsat C and send a distress message in Inmarsat C. So you will confirm with the master. That is the reason everybody should know. So this kind of sending a message, alerting is called a primary means of alerting. This Inmarsat C is the primary means of alerting device. All of you should remember. Okay. So you informed MRCC. MRCC generally they are Coast Guard. So there are in all the ports around India we have Coast Guard. Throughout the world, all the countries, most of the countries they have Coast Guard. They are acting as Maritime Rescue Coordination Center. Okay. Sometimes it so happens when you are middle of Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Ocean, when you are going to abandon the ship, the MRCC is not nearby. They are quite far, 1500, 2000 miles away. So MRCC, the Coast Guard, first primary responsibility to save the life at sea, safety of life at sea, save the life at sea. That is their primary work. They are trained and waiting for such call. Then only other works like pollution prevention and contraband people catching, all that. Okay. First is saving life at sea is the primary function of Coast Guard. So if they are very far away, they have very fast ships, helicopter, wing planes, everything they have at their hand. They can even inform the Navy for assistance. Besides, they can find out which are all the nearby ships to your incident. Wherever you have abandoned the ship, wherever you are there in survival craft, nearby that area, 100 miles, 200 miles, 300 miles, any other ships are there, they can find out using two equipments. One equipment is automatic identification system, AIS. Another equipment is long range identification and tracking. So this information the Coast Guard will have, they can find out. If they find some ships around, okay, they will instruct them to go for rescue, and the Coast Guard also will come. So it's a matter of time. They will also come. Okay, they will send number of ships. If they are around you, 3-4 ships, they can send for search and rescue, SAR operation. Okay. So Unlike the olden days when we did not have a satellite communication, all that, people used to stay in the survival craft for days together, weeks together, sometimes months together, sometimes never saved. So this was the olden days story, not now. Now it is a matter of hours. You will be rescued by somebody. So nothing to worry, there is no panic. Systematically you follow the instruction from your in charge, what he is saying, and you board the survival craft and go to the go inside and stay inside calmly. Somebody will definitely come. So the very first thing is you have informed the Coast Guard, MRCC. What is the next step? How do you inform the nearby ships? Yourself also you can inform the nearby ships. We have other GMDC equipments. The primary equipment for attracting attention of the nearby ships within 30-40 nautical miles, okay, is a VHF set. So in the navigation bridge it is mandatory. In the starboard side one and port side one, there are two VHF sets besides your portable VHFs. Okay, the fixed VHF minimum 2 will be there. So the channel 16 is the international distress channel. On that, the master or the officer, any officer, deck officer, they will send the distress message. What you typed in Inmouse at sea, the same thing you will have to speak it out. That is all. Okay. So this also you should know. Why? Again you remind the in charge, please confirm with the master whether is announced in the VHF. Okay. So these are the two primary equipments. Besides we have MF, HF, they are terrestrial equipment. You can even inform further away. Okay, 200 miles, then 300, 400 miles and all. So that arrangement is there, but most important is Inmouse at sea and VHF equipment. Okay, remember this. So you can remind in charge. Then in orderly manner you get inside your survival craft. One important point everybody should remember, you should never jump in water. The moment you come to know the vessel is going to sink and the vessel is definitely going to be abandoned for any reason, don't jump in water. Whether wearing life jacket or immersion suit doesn't matter, don't jump in water. What will happen if you jump in water? Your body temperature will dissipate 26 times faster than when you are outside the water. 26 times faster. So all of you must have seen the movie Titanic, right? So the heroine who was just lying on a small wooden piece, she survived. Her boyfriend, the hero of the movie, who was in the water, he died. Why? If you are in water, your body temperature will dissipate, then hypothermia, shock and death. That is what will happen in water. Never jump in water. Okay. It is not a warship, it is a merchant ship. You will have enough time to board the survival craft most of the time. Warship, it is a different story. Okay. So merchant ships, you just obey the order of your in charge. Don't get panic. Don't take any other action. Right. So now you have gone inside the survival craft. Everybody, usually you should know how many percentage of the survival craft provided in any ship. 200%. 100% on the starboard side, 100% on the port side. Okay. So 200% of the capacity of the complement of the ship, you will have survival craft, nothing to worry. So you board. Usually, other than passenger vessels, everybody will get inside the lifeboat. These days, most of the ships are fitted with enclosed lifeboat. You all will hardly 23, 24 people other than passenger vessels. You all can get inside safely, including the master. Then you lower, then cut the painter, go to a safer distance. And before you are going, in the muster list, everybody know about muster list, what is your emergency duty, emergency signal, all that is written, who is in charge of LSA, who is the second person for a key position, everything is there in the muster list. Now the latest regulation, you should remember one important point. You should remember, before you are leaving the ship, you rig the gangway, okay, or a ladder up to the waterline. Why? Some of the cases, what has happened is, the master has taken a safer decision to abandon the ship, that you are all abandoned, you are in the lifeboat, life raft, but then ship never sank, nothing happened to the ship. So if he wanted to come back to the ship and board the ship, there is no provision. In the embarkation deck, you boarded the survival craft, life raft or lifeboat and lowered and came down. There was no gangway, there was no ladder. Then how will you board back in the ship? So that is one important emergency duty these days included in the muster list. All of you should know that. So before leaving, rig your somebody as per the muster list. You will have to rig the gangway or lower your ladder, okay, so that in case you wanted to come back to the ship, there must be a way how to climb up to the ship. We can come back and stay, because ship has got all the facility. Maybe for example, there is a huge fire in the engine room, generators, main engine, everything is burnt out, but efficiently you put out the fire, ship is floating, okay, ship is floating. You need to abandon the ship, but need not to go to the survival craft. You can stay in the ship. You have lot of facilities in the ship. You have emergency generator, you have the galley, you have your cabin, you have fresh water, you have everything there. So that is why leaving the ship is the last resort, decided only by the master. In case the ship is safer, you should be able to come back to the ship. Okay, this is one important point. Right, now anyway, you all went inside the lifeboat, life raft. Now before going, I said there are 200% survival craft provision is there on board. All of you got inside the lifeboat and went inside. Let us say in passenger vessel, all of the people, maybe 3,000 people, 4,000 people, 7,000 people, including passengers and crew, they all went inside safely in the lifeboat, life raft, right? Now, what are you going to do with that unoccupied one which is rigged safely in the ship? What is the SOLAS regulation says? So, when time permits, in every ship you will have a rescue boat. In passenger ship you will have two rescue boats, one on the starboard side, one on the port side. So the rescue boat crew will have to launch the rescue boat, okay, and before you leave the ship, launch all the empty survival crafts, whether they are lifeboat or life raft, whatever, you launch them in water, okay. So why we are doing this, I will let you know within few minutes, okay. Why do you need these all empty ones? So survival craft is launched, all the survival craft from the ship is launched, whether empty or occupied, everything is launched. Now the rescue boat crew will go and tie one after another all these occupied or unoccupied survival craft and tie it together and stay together. That is called marshalling. So rescue boat function, anybody you ask in the college when they are attending this course, PST, PSCRB, what is the function of a rescue boat? Everybody will say you pick up a person from water, it is used for man overboard situation. That is what the answer from everyone. No one knows what is marshalling, what is the advantage of marshalling, nobody knows, even the seniors. So now you remember, marshalling is one of the important function of a rescue boat. Primary function of rescue boat is to pick up a person from water, not only man overboard, even in distress situation. To pick up a person from water. Number 2, marshal lifeboat, life raft. Okay. Now, what is the advantage of this marshalling? When you stay together, you see, out at sea, it is always not the rescue operation, it is known as search and rescue. When you are in the middle of Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Ocean, or anywhere in the ocean, it is not easy for the people, those who come for rescue in the plane or helicopter or in the ship, to pinpoint the position of the survivors floating in the survival craft. They have lat long given by the MRCC, okay, but even then it is known as search and rescue. It is not only rescue, they will have to first search. So when you stay together, you are projecting a very big target. In the daytime, they are all your lifeboat, life raft. That is the reason the contrast color of ocean in yellow or orange color they painted. So from far away in the daytime they can see. To see in the night time, all these are fitted with retro reflective tapes. They can see them. And in their radar, whether from the SAR aircraft or from the ship, in their radar, it will show a very big target. Instead of one lifeboat means one small dot. When number of survival craft is together, a bigger target is shown. So this is the advantage of marshalling. This is the number one advantage, projecting a bigger target. But what is the more important second advantage of marshalling? We have inside the survival craft, lifeboat and life raft, more than 30 life-saving appliances. Okay, more than 30 items. They have water, ration, pyrotechnic, first aid kit, everything is packed, whether they are empty or occupied. So from the empty ones you can make use of all this water, ration and whatever you want, isn't it? So that is another advantage of marshalling. You can make use of them. So this you should not forget. Rescue boat function is to pick up a person from water and to marshal. The advantage of marshalling is, number one, to project a bigger target. Another one, you can make use of all the LSA items. Okay, these are two valid points you should remember. Right. Now, you are all safely inside. The sequence of your action inside your survival craft, the very first thing, SOLAS rules is distribute seasick pill, anti-seasick pill. It's a LSA item, so you distribute everybody, whether in the lifeboat or life raft. Why? The ocean, it is going to be roll and pitch like hell. A small rubber ball, tennis ball you throw in the water, how it is going to jump. Similarly, your survival craft will be, there is no stability at all for a survival craft. So everyone will have seasickness. So if you have a seasickness, you will vomit. If you vomit, to compensate the fluid loss, fluid has come out of your body, they will not give you water. First 24 hours they will not give you water. Okay, in that circumstances you can go into hypothermia, shock and death. So a small pill, the anti-seasickness pill, will save you from this. You may claim you are a gold medalist in swimming, you are a fisherman, you will never have seasickness, all that. But you take this seasick pill because it is important. Right. So this is the first thing you will have to do after leaving the ship and when you are in the survival craft. What is the next action? If somebody could not board the vessel, as a last resort he is left out. Okay. So, how to jump in the water is taught in practicals. Okay. PST practical, PSCRB practicals. The maximum height as per SOLAS regulation is 4.5 meter, that is equivalent to 15 feet. So, with the life jacket, how you are going to jump, they will show you practically every individual that jump from that 4.5 meter, 15 feet height with the life jacket, right. So, somebody is left out, he jumped in the water, he is floating, you are all safely inside the survival craft, life boat or life raft, whatever. Now, I told you there are LSA item more than 30 items, 30 items are there, right. So, which LSA item you will use to rescue that person in water? He may be 7 meter away, 8 meter away, 10 meter away from the lifeboat, life raft. What is the LSA item? Everybody should know. So, many of them do not know this also. The people, those are coming for PSCRB course also, they do not know. They have done PST, they have sailed. One important point at this juncture I will tell you, as per SOLAS regulation, anybody joining a ship, fresher or senior, within 2 weeks, everybody should be shown all the LSA item, firefighting appliances. Remember this. So, after joining, if they are not showing, then later on you request, because there are a lot of work for the senior people, paperwork. So, they simply write in the logbook, LSA item shown, FFE item shown. That is for inspection purposes. But will it solve the purpose? No. Nobody had seen the LSA item. 3 years sailing, 4 years sailing, people don't know what are all the more than 30 LSA item kept inside the lifeboat, life raft. Many people do not know. So, you can request, okay, whether you are a fresher or old people, find out what are the LSA item. Also, I will tell you what is the Mariner's Bible. The Mariner's Bible is SOLAS training manual. Where is the SOLAS training manual kept? It is a question in exit exam also. It is kept in accommodation. That means in your mess room. All the people sailed, they reply, it is in the mess room, but nobody opened that book. It is your Bible. In that SOLAS training manual, all these LSA item, what is there in your survival craft is listed and their uses are explained. So, that SOLAS training manual, whether you are senior or fresher, every time you join a ship, you spend some time and read the manual. Lot of information. It is meant for mariners. Safety of life at sea training manual. So, you should read them, understand them and follow them. Okay, right. So, so which is the item you will use to rescue a person in water? It is called rescue quiet. Rescue quiet, Q-U-O-I-T. What is the rescue quiet? The rescue quiet is the ring, like your ring tennis ball, what you see, okay, ring, attached with 30 meter long rope. What is the speciality of this rope and the ring? 30 meter. What is the speciality? Both will not sink in the water, even the rope will not sink in the water, okay, that is the speciality. So, unless you know this item, you will be using other items. So, when the people come for PSCRB course, when I ask them what you use, sea anchor, life buoy, this, that, and they keep telling everything except this rescue quiet, because they don't know, they have not seen it. They have not opened the SOLAS training manual. They have not shown on board the ship. They do not know. So, better you know it, okay, from the water. After taking CC tablet, everybody try to save the people in water, 1 or 2 or 3, whatever, whoever, using this rescue quiet. So, why the ring is kept? Because people wearing the life jacket or immersion suit, it is difficult to swim in the water. They can just insert their arm, okay, inside the ring. People from the survival craft can pull them. That is why the ring is provided. That is called a rescue quiet attached with 30-meter long rope. Okay, this is also very important thing you should know. Okay, next, you have taken seasick tablet, you have saved the people from water. Next thing is, with the primary means Inmarsat C and VHF, you announced your distress, you informed MRCC, the Coast Guard. Now you will have to keep updating that position, because you are slightly away from the incident, not very far. You should not go very far, you should be somewhere in the scene only, but even then you come out of that original lat long. So you have an equipment which will keep on sending the position. That equipment is called emergency position indicating radio beacon. Okay, it is a satellite equipment. So in the survival craft, what are all the emergency radio equipments to be carried? There are three equipments. Number one is EPIRB, emergency position indicating radio beacon. Number two is SART, search and rescue radar transponder. Number three is portable VHF. Okay. So what from the introduction also you will get to know many answers for your exit exam. So better pay attention, right? Understand fully. How many EPIRBs are carried? It's a one question in exit exam. One EPIRB. Okay. How many SART is carried? 2 SART. How many portable VHF? 3 portable VHF. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So after taking the seasick pill, after picking up the people from water, now EPIRB. When you see that EPIRB, somebody from the muster list emergency duty, those who are connected with the bridge, it is kept in the bridge wing or in the monkey island, they will bring it, a cadet or third officer, somebody emergency duty to bring it. Okay, the EPIRB is attached with HRU, it is attached with a lanyard. This you should know. It has got a HRU, it has got a lanyard. Okay. So you already, that person has brought it. So what are you going to do? One end of this lanyard is already tied with the EPIRB, other end you tie it with your lifeboat or life raft, wherever you are. That on off switch has got 3 positions. It is an off position with a safety pin. Just pull the pin, it is a spring loaded switch, it will go to on position automatically. Okay, the other position is test, off, test, on. Every month you will be testing EPIRB on board. This is also another question in exit exam. Every month, once in a month. So for that you will have to press the spring loaded switch to test position. Okay, right. So one light you will get to indicate the equipment is working okay. One strobe light they call it. Okay, right, during testing. Now you remove the safety pin from the survival craft, you tied the lanyard one end, you remove the safety pin, it has gone to on position, put it in water. That is what you will have to do. It is a satellite equipment. So what satellites are used? COSPOS SAT. They are low Earth orbit satellites. LEO, low Earth orbit. Okay. COSPOS is one satellite and SAT is another satellite. COSPOS SAT belongs to Russia and SAT belongs to America. So both are in different altitudes. One is about 800 kilometers from the Earth, other one 1200 kilometers from the Earth. But in a pair they are rotating. There are 2-3 pairs in the low Earth orbit. Okay. Your EPIRB signal is picked up by them. What EPIRB is sending? It is sending only the ID. It is not sending the position. Remember, the latest EPIRB with the GPS attached may be sending the position. So usually you don't have an EPIRB on board a ship with the GPS. Okay. So it will send only the ID. So that ID is received by the COSPOS satellite in LEO low Earth orbit SAR satellites. Okay, they will pass it on to a ground station called a local user terminal. Local user terminal. In India, we have two LUTs, local user terminal, one at Bangalore, another at Lucknow. Okay. Around the world, there are so many LUTs. Around the world, there are so many LUTs. So, one of the LUT will receive this signal wherever you are nearby, whichever country LUT, they will receive this. Okay. After receiving the LUT, the ground station is going to calculate the position of EPIRB using Doppler shift method. Doppler is name of a scientist. DOPPLER, Doppler shift method. By applying this method, they will calculate the position of the EPIRB signal. Okay. Now, LUT has got the ID of the EPIRB and also the position of EPIRB. That LUT will pass to another ground station known as MCC, Mission Control Center. Now, in India, we have only one MCC at Bangalore. They are the ISRO. Okay. Indian Space Research Organization, the people those who are launching satellites. Okay. ISRO. They are acting as the MCC for the mariners. Around the world, there are MCC in so many countries. In India, we have only one. All the MCC all the time are connected in landline. Now, who is this MCC? This MCC is the registration authority for your EPIRB. That means, suppose you are the ship owner in India, you wanted to place one EPIRB in your ship. First, you download the application form from MCC Bangalore, which has got 4 or 5 pages. You will have to fill up all the details about the ship, the name, call sign, IMO number, dead weight, what flag, what is the funnel color, everything, how many lifeboat, rescue boat, how many people, normal, what type of ship, everything you fill it up. Then you submit to the MCC Bangalore. After going through any clarification, they clarify, then finally they put it in the system, all these details, and they will make an ID, okay, and give it to the ship owner after collecting some fees, nominal fees. The ship owner takes that ID in a small disk and take the EPIRB, give it to the shore maintenance people, he will put it inside, then only your EPIRB is sent to the ship, kept in the ship. That is the ID it is transmitting, which was given by the MCC. Now, what is the importance of that ID given by the MCC? The ship may be anywhere. For example, a Russian registered vessel, a Russian ship coming to India off Mumbai, it sank, right. So, Bangalore MCC received that information. He will put that ID of that Russian ship inside his system. He will get all the information. How? I told you all the MCCs in the world are connected always. So, all the merchant ships anywhere from there, any MCC can get the information, right. So, MCC get the information about the ship. What is their further duty? They are the people, those who will inform the nearest MRCC. Okay. So, MRCC is responsible for initiating search and rescue operation. This is the cycle of operation for EPIRB. This everybody should know. Okay. EPIRB is sending only the ID of the ship. The low Earth orbit satellite COSPOS receive the information, pass it on to LUT, local user terminal. They calculate the position using then with the ID and the position, they forward it to the MCC. MCC will, after taking out all the information, will inform the MRCC, also they will inform the ship owner. MCC will also inform the ship owner. Okay. So, this is the cycle of operation of EPIRB, everybody should know. So, the point is, it is updating the position continuously, that is what you should know. So, LUT is finding out the position using Doppler shift method, right. So, there are questions in exit exam, number of questions about the emergency radio equipment I had given in PSCRB set number 1, also in other sets you can come to know that. Okay. So, another question they asked is how much delay is expected from the time EPIRB is switched on to until the MRCC get the information, how much time delay. It is about half an hour to 1.5 hours, maximum is 1.5 hour. Okay. Maximum delay is 90 minutes, that is all, right. So, you have taken the pill, you have saved the people, you switched on EPIRB, now what is next? And the other items are there. Okay. Like you will have a radar reflector as an LSA inside the pack. What is this radar reflector? What is the advantage? Everybody should know. Radar reflector is, it does not have a battery, no current, nothing. It is 2 aluminum sheets which efficiently will reflect the radar signal from any ship or aircraft. It will reflect the radar signal. So, that radar reflector, you place it on top of your life boat or life raft. What is the advantage? See, even after marshalling all the life boat, life raft, in their radar monitor, they will have a bigger target known, right. But with the radar reflector, what is the advantage? If you just simply, if you are in the life boat or life raft, you place this radar reflector, once the radar signal is reflected back to the ship or aircraft, SAR aircraft or the other ship, what is the advantage? Your target will be shown as 300 meter long ship, that is the length of a VLCC. Okay. So, you are 8-9 meters length, but your target will be shown as a 300 meter long ship. Understand? So, that is the advantage. Unless you know the advantage of LSA, each and every item of LSA is went through a thorough research and development, R&D. They did not dump the things there. Okay. Every seafarer should know each and every LSA item and use it. Okay. It is meant for you to use it, take advantage of those items. Radar reflector. Then, when you see any aircraft, any ship passing by, maybe a Boeing 747 is going, he is not a SAR aircraft, he is not going to come to rescue you, but you had seen it is in the vicinity. So, what are you supposed to do? You must reveal that you are in the water waiting for the help. How do you do that? So, if you see any aircraft, if you see any ship, okay, then normally you put the lookouts, inside lookout, outside lookout, they will looking out for these ship or aircraft. Okay. So, the moment they come inform the in charge that there is a aircraft going, there is a ship going far away, but you could see it. Now, you will have to operate your SART, the search and rescue radar transponder. So, search and rescue radar transponder operates in the frequency of 9 gigahertz. Giga means 90, 9 followed by 9 zeros. Kilo means the figure followed by 3 zeros. Mega means the figure followed by 6 zero. Giga means the figure followed by 9 zeros. 9 gigahertz. GHZ. Okay. And for this frequency, the wavelength is 3 centimeter. This frequency and wavelength is in X band, X for X-ray, X band. So 9 gigahertz 3 centimeter X band is the frequency of your SART. So the recommended height of keeping the SART is 1 meter from water level. That is why SART is always coming with a telescopic pole attached, the black color pole you will find that you can extend, that length is about 1 meter. In the live boat life raft, when you have a provision, you install the SART about 1 meter from the water line. If you are in the life raft, inside the canopy you will find number of hooks, you can hang it there, that is also about 1 meter height. Okay. So then switch it on. Once you switch on the SART, the aircraft, I said 747, a passenger aircraft going, in their radar screen they will see this radar signal and they will know there are survivors at sea waiting for help. So they are not going to come for your rescue, they will inform the nearby MRCC themselves, in so and so position I received a SART signal, they are in the water. Okay, the ship also will do the same thing. Ship, if they receive, they will come for rescue, straight away they will come for rescue. That is the idea of having a SART. There is one question in exit exam, if you increase the height of SART, what will happen? The range will be increased. The range will be increased. The coverage, distance will be increased. Okay, that is the question, that is the answer. So SART, so that is one radio equipment, emergency radio equipment, you switch it on, right. What is the next thing? If you see an aircraft, other ship, use your pyrotechnics. What are all items comes under pyrotechnic? You have orange smoke flare, you have rocket parachute signal, you have hand flare. These 3 items comes under pyrotechnic. So how many numbers are carried in a survival craft as per SOLAS regulation? 2 orange smoke flare, 4 rocket parachute signal, 6 hand flare. Okay. So you can use them all to draw the attention of the ship or aircraft, right. So this is what you will have to do. So first 24 hours they will not give you water except for children and injured person, that also you remember. Then there is an instruction for survival, instruction, that is the written material that you can read, everybody should read. Okay. If you are in the life raft, you have the lifeline outside also, inside also. If the sea is rough, the weather condition bad, if the raft is moving, when you are sitting around inside the life raft, okay, you are likely to move away from the position where you are sitting. So the inside lifeline, you can extend your hand. You can put your hand so that you don't move and collide each other. Okay. Then the ration is given to you. What is the speciality? It's a biscuit. When you eat that, you will not feel thirsty. Okay, you will not feel thirsty, you don't need water. So whatever we eat here, okay, we need water. As a seafarer, I told you in other videos also, generally you should know, generally don't be under panic. Without food, people can stay alive for 21 days, nothing will happen to you. Without water, people can stay for 3 days, nothing will happen to you. Okay, these 2 points you remember. Okay, other 2 points are not relevant here, but anyway I will tell you. Without air, you can stay for 3 minutes. In a toxic atmosphere like carbon monoxide or hydrogen sulfide, you can stay alive only for 3 seconds. This every seafarer should know. Okay. Right. So these are all the things which is in PST and PSCRB course. Right. So other things you see the SOLAS training manual, attend the class carefully, and there are so many videos. See my videos. So how In each live boat, what are all the LSA items carried? I had given a separate video. In life raft, what are all the LSA items carried? I had given a separate video. Even in rescue boat, LSA items are carried. That also I had given. Now there are questions, what is SOLAS pack A, what is SOLAS pack B and all that. SOLAS pack A is meant for all the items and it is carried by the ships going international voyages above 500 GRT, and SOLAS B pack is for the coastal vessels. What is not in SOLAS B pack, also one question in exit exam. You will not find water, ration and fishing tackle. These are the 3 items. There are many other items also not there, but in the answer this is the choice. Your water, ration, fishing tackle will not be there in the SOLAS B pack, that you should know. How do you know whether this survival craft is inside you have SOLAS A pack or B pack? It should be printed outside the live boat near the bow. Live boat or life raft, it should be printed. SOLAS A pack is there, B pack is there, right? So these are all the items you should know. Now I hope you all don't get panic, right? You will be saved. We have advanced communication techniques, we have advanced search and rescue team, okay, so nothing to worry. I will give you one bonus point where nobody will tell you, you will not find this in any video, any instruction, okay, not even SOLAS manual, I will tell you that. Always whenever you join a ship, you have a grab bag, GRAB bag. What is that grab bag? A small bag where you can keep your money, your gold or precious items, and most of the certificates you will be giving to the master. Whatever the balance certificates you have or the copy of the certificates, you keep it inside this grab bag. The moment you abandon the ship, you cannot look for your money in the cabin. You don't look for your precious item what you purchased, like gold, wristwatch and other items. So all these items, always keep it in a grab bag. You never know when is the emergency. Emergency do not have a schedule, or so and so date, so and so time I am going to sink, or you are going to abandon ship. Is there any schedule? There is no schedule. You never know. So always have a grab bag. When you take your life jacket, take your immersion suit, take your grab bag, then drink water. And number of warm clothes also you should take along with your life jacket and your immersion suit and the grab bag. You take a number of warm clothes. Okay, never mind what is the weather condition. Maybe you are in tropical region near Africa, India, forest and all that, but never mind, because night time it is going to be cold. To prevent the cold temperature, it is always advisable the layers of cloth you must wear. 2-3 pants, 2-3 shirts, sweaters, raincoat, all these you carry. So how the heat is escaped from your body, that also a seafarer should know. The maximum heat is escaped through your head, through the head. Next is neck, then armpits, then groins. Head, neck, armpits, groin. So this is where you will have to protect yourself. That is why always you carry a headgear, a woolen cap, something to cover your head so that your heat is not escaped. Okay. So if you are in the water, they will tell you, you stay in the huddle position so that heat is not dissipating. If you are in a group, you stay in huddle position. Okay. So these are all taught in the practicals. So as I said in the introduction of the PSSR also, the many people are asking me to advise them to which college to join. I always recommend you go to Pondicherry, join Pondicherry Maritime Academy, look for the website, book your course. The best. Why? Because around the Pondicherry there are many towns including Chennai All the sailing master chief engineers with the hands-on experience, they will come and teach you. All the instructors there have got a number of years of experience. Okay, they'll teach you the survival technique in practicals, in the lifeboat and life raft efficiently. You will come to know thoroughly, right? Not only that, in PMA they teach you for every course exit exam practice also, so easily you can pass your exam. So every time, any course, not only PST and PSCRB, exit exam coaching is there. Okay, so you can get through them. At any cost, my advice is, for PST people, you prepare at least 200 question answers. For PSCRB people, you prepare at least 300 question answers. So PST and PSCRB, both questions are mixed. So you watch both the videos. There are many people, including my videos, Mariner's Digest, and PMA is providing their video, HMD is providing. So you watch, all of them are old questions. Okay, so 200, 300 questions you prepare, and if you are in the Pondicherry Maritime Academy, they coach you for exit exam also, right? So all the best. That is all I have to say in this video. Best of luck, nothing to worry. Okay, bon voyage. I will come up with another introduction. So far I have got the introduction for PSSR, for EFA and MFA. Now this is the third introduction for PST and PSCRB. Okay, all the best. Bon voyage.